from a professional point of view, there's so many things that I'd like to correct, that I'd like to do better. I mean, I got to thank the whole Fight Ready team down in Scottsdale, Eddie, Santino, the guys down there. We worked on a lot. We really had to scramble. I mean, I didn't have a lot of time coming back from what I've just gone through. So we put in a lot of work, and the guys at Fight Ready did an amazing job. I still have some things that I would love to show a little bit more, but, you know, hey, we'll get it done. But I'm so proud of this night. I mean, just this moment. Clay's an amazing fighter, and I'm full of gratitude that I had the opportunity to step up into the octagon and face a true legend of the sport.
Yeah. Obviously, when we spoke earlier this week, we saw the emotion that was there. Can you talk about how you felt coming into tonight? I mean, did this feel different than other fights or other athletic competitions that you've had?
I've been wrestling and fighting since I was 6 years old. I'm 36 now, so I've been doing martial arts one way or another my entire life. I mean, this night was special, very special, and I had to, you know, put a lot of extra into just keeping focus and trying to stay focused on the fight and what needed to be done up there. I missed a couple of things up there, but we got the job done, and I can head home to the hotel and can call my wife. She's probably waking up right now, and I can tell her that we took home the fight, and I do hope that will inspire my entire family to keep dreaming, keep putting up great dreams, big dreams, and having the courage to follow them, because that's really what it takes at the end of the day. Have the courage to follow your dreams.
We won't keep you from that phone call too much longer. I'm sure that's one you want to make. But I thought it was interesting that as the fight was going on, you know, the wrestling didn't turn out to be the key. I thought the jab was really the key for you. So was there a point where you realized, like, hey, maybe the wrestling's not going to get it done tonight? We have to switch to striking being the priority?
I think the jab actually felt good. I mean, I started throwing the jab, and I saw the blood coming out of Clay's nose, and it was kind of just working very good. I did get to close the distance a couple of times and then got a good knee in once or twice. But yeah, the jab was getting the job done tonight. And I mean, we have a lot more that will be coming very soon, but it was a good jab tonight.
Yeah, no question. The scores, obviously, they were kind of a little bit all over the place. I think a lot of people weren't sure what it was. What did you guys think the score was, and how confident were you that we've got this decision?
To be honest, I don't know anything of the score, so whatever, I heard my name being called, and that was just a relief. I mean, what an amazing night. It could have gone either way. I was there to compete. I really put my heart and soul into the preparations. I went up there, I felt I was ready. I felt that I did my best. Clay's a stud. I mean, he's a legend of the sport, and it's an honor facing a guy like that. I'm just happy that I can go home now and make a call and tell my wife that it was a win.
Yeah. Last thing for me, you had the call out ready as well with Gillespie. I think that'd be a great matchup. Do you feel like that should be next, or are you kind of working towards that fight? And I guess, when do you want to fight again? I'm sure you want to go spend some time with the family first, but how quickly would you like to fight?
I think more importantly, I found a team at Fight Ready, you know, a place that I can develop and a place that can help me become that fighter that I want to become in the UFC. And I think that's really what it's about, you know. Everybody's calling people out, but are you ready for the fight? Being the best wrestler in the division, I mean, you got to earn that spot. Gregor Gillespie is all about being the best wrestler. I mean, I don't know what style, because it's certainly not Greco Roman. He's sitting right here, and I mean, that would be an interesting and very, very exciting fight. Two different styles clashing, and let's bring that fight into play.
Jay, congratulations on an impressive performance, one that certainly didn't come easy, of course. You knew Kelvin was a tough guy, so talk to me about how you're feeling right now after a win like that.
Any win is good, man. I feel good after that win. Took a little bit of damage, but I'm not broken, so I can go home and hug my kids and be able to play with them come Monday and stuff like that. So I'm happy.
Nice. Like I said, I know you had a lot of respect for Kelvin coming in. You knew what you were facing. You did say you had to shy away from the leg kicks. Anything else that you had to change that played out differently than you were expecting coming in?
I knew his jab was pretty long and I don't want to say hard to read, but I guess I'll say hard to read. And he caught me with a couple of jabs. Inside of my lip is pretty mangled. He got my eye. He threw those overhand lefts were pretty hard, even though I blocked most of them for the most part. I got some welting on my forehead. I feel like Quark from Star Trek. But I'm happy, man. I got the win. Thank goodness for that. I got that W, and 2 checks, man.
Yeah, no doubt. You dropped him, obviously, a couple times, man. I mean, you hurt him. I know you said, hey, I know this guy's tough, but mentally, is that difficult to hit a guy that hard, see him go down, and the guy pops right back up?
No. Mentally, people get really excited, but I kept my composure. When I saw him hit the ground and I saw him getting back up, he seemed like he had, he knew where he was. He may have been a little bit wobbly, in which I was trying to capitalize on, but, he was smart. He kept his feet moving and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. It would have been nice to get that finish, though.
Yeah.
Especially early on without going through all that fire.
I thought the decision was pretty clear, but, I mean, was there any concern at all? I mean, we know judges do weird things sometimes in MMA, so did you feel like, hey, we've got this in the bag, or was there still a little bit of tension waiting for the scores?
I could say there's always that tension when there's a decision, but I knew I won that decision. I knew I had at least the last 3 rounds. After I knocked him down, I felt I took the momentum, and I maintained it for the most part. So not necessarily any concern, no.
Nice. I know you said the title shot's what you want, and this one wasn't a fight that you really wanted, right? But you accepted it because it was all that was there. Would you accept something down the rankings again? Are there any names? You said, if it's the right name, is the right name only those ones at the top, or are there other names that might make sense for you?
It's either title or contender, It was supposed to be Costa, but that didn't happen, I really needed to fight. So I don't think Izzy and Robert are going to fight until next year. So that's what, 4, 5, 6 months even? And then another 3, 4 months after that. I can't wait that long. So who knows? We may end up taking the fight.
Is Costa the only name that would make sense to you, or?
A contender. So if they give me a name, you win, you get the shot, okay. Easy.
I guess lastly for me, how soon would you like to get something booked? Like you said, you can't wait that long. When would you like to fight again?
I would say the end of the year, beginning of, 2021, 2022? So, 3, 4 months from now, I'd like to get back in there.
Hey, just hypothetically, would something like Darren or Derek, the winner of that fight, would that make sense? Would they be high enough?
Is that a contenders fight?
I think it is, no?
Well, then, yeah.
Cool. You said you knew in advance that Kelvin would be able to take some of your hard shots. Was that helpful then to make you not over-rush and try and find the finish? Were you able to be composed the whole way through because you knew that in advance?
I'm always composed, So, no. The fight could have gone any way, It's all about keeping your composure, staying focused, and getting the job done. And that's what I did. I stayed focused. I kept my composure. I didn't go, kill. And then end up running to a shot or something like that, because Kevin was still alive. He was still awake. He was still able to throw shots. And he throws some high shots in there, So it was easy to keep my composure. Me personally, it's easy for me to keep my composure anyway, They can start busting in here. I'm going to keep my composure. it's going to be like an action movie in my head. Oh, get cover. Where's the nearest exit? Where's the bad guys? Can I take them out? No, get out of here. You know, stuff like that.
Cool. You mentioned about his jab. I'm curious, is Kelvin one of those guys where his movement is kind of unique, so you sort of need to take a round to get used to his feints and his head movement and his footwork?
Everybody's unique, you know. Everybody has their own little thing. Kelvin for sure. You know, he's a shorter, stockier build, so he was very efficient in getting into range to throw his shots. But I was efficient in keeping my feet moving. My coach were efficient in keeping my feet moving, and I wasn't there to catch a lot of those shots. So, you know, I was prepared to hit him, and you know, him maybe not go away. You know, you can't knock them all out. You know, even though I know I have the ability to, but you know, fights go the way fights go. You know, you can't really predict the fight. That's why I don't like calling fights. Everybody asks me, who you think is going to win? I'm like, I don't know. It's a fight. So I wish people would quit asking me that, to be honest.
Congratulations on a great performance.
Thank you.